Yeah, good evening. Yesterday we talked about purpose of a data science, right, and the data management as well. What is that? The purpose of data management, I just try to refresh your memory. The purpose of data management is to extract the reports. Okay, that is the one part. And what is the purpose of a data scientist or a data science? The purpose of data scientist or a data science is to develop or analyze your data in such a way that it should be useful for your predictions. So in short, predictions. So for data science is for prediction, whereas the data management is for reporting purpose. So when I say data management, it means I'm talking about our D.B.M.S. different RDBMS. We have Oracle, Teradata, Big Data, and so there are so many others as well. So purpose of data management is to extract the reports. When I say reports, what do you mean by reports? So actually I'm talking about the business reports. So what do you mean by again the business reports? So reports which are useful for our stakeholders, or let's say the clients. So based on that reports, what they are going to do? They are going to, let's say, decide on certain decisions. They are planning about the decisions. So decision making, whenever they want to, anybody want to, let's say, apply decision making on their business, they are actually looking forward to extract the data from the databases as per their requirement, and based on that they are going to, let's say, apply decisions. So I'm talking about the reports. Fine. Now another question about this reports and predictions of a data. How exactly I can let's say, or one can, let's say, define? Because for any RDBMS, if you talked about the any RDBMS, we have a different sources of a data from where they are, let's say, gathering the information. So based on the sources of a data, actually they are let's say manage their data, and then after managing that data, they are extracting the information out of that. This is how normally it happens. Like I always do one thing, means I always compare all of this IT related concept with the human body, which is really very helpful. Let's try it in another way. Let's assume that whatever the information on the daily basis we are getting it, our body is getting it. Let's say with the help of eyes I can see, with the help of ears I can, let's say, listen something, whereas we have different senses as well available in our body. So what is going to happen? All of those senses, all of those let's say my listening power or the power of watching anything is actually doing what? They are loading the data into my body, right? So consider that, imagine that we are talking about what? Different RDBMS. Now my body, my brain specifically going to do what? My brain is going to manage my data in such a way that I can utilize that information whenever required. I hope you're getting my point. So we are storing those information, like suppose I want to go to my office from my home. So that is nothing but my information. So that information initially, when I go to the first time, what is going to happen? That information get collected and stored where? Into my brain. And then thereafter what is going to happen? I'm just going to extract that information and then utilize that information. So our body is nothing but, may I say, kind of a data or a big data. So you really don't have to run here and there to look for the big data. Your body itself is a big data. You have a lots of biological thing happening in your nerve system, in your entire body, in short. Okay, so consider that one. Fine. Okay. How about let's say the data science then? Now considering this fact that whatever the information my body is going to hold into me is nothing but what? A data. Based on that, the report gets generated internally, and those reports we are utilizing it for our uses. So that is the one part. Okay. Now how about the data science then? Data science is used for what? Planning purpose. So when I say planning, means what exactly? Many times what happened due to this, because of this information, we planned something. And that plan something, I'm going to use some technical words. We are using variables and the parameters to plan anything. I hope technical guys, they understand what I'm trying to say. I mean, for example, suppose I planned to move to my office from my place. That's the information stored already in my brain. Okay. But how about, let's say, while coming back to home, my family is asking me to bring up some ice cream or some other things. Okay. So I'm just let's say refresh my plan in such a way. I refresh my entire plan in such a way that I can accommodate that information as well, or that data as well, or that thing, or that task as well. Okay, here the data science comes in the picture. Data science helps us to plan to achieve your goals. So first of all, you need to decide your goal, okay, and then after you need to achieve that goal. So that is the agenda for my data science. Okay, so this let's say the purpose of my data science is to, let's say, plan everything first, okay, based on my data which is already there, okay, and then after I'm going to do what? I'm going to predict the way I'm going to do it. Definitely then after I'm going to call at my home and ask them saying that I'm going to be late for half an hour or something because I'm planning to come up with the ice cream or something else, correct? In real-time scenarios, suppose my client want to know the status of his sales or a purchase. What are the products last month they purchased, or what? How about the sales happen in the last month for one particular product or for the entire, let's say, the business. So that information they are going to get it from where? From reporting, from our D.B.M.S. Right? Okay. How about the data planning? If those information, if we are analyze that information correctly, then we come to know that one particular product, what we need to do, we have to make certain changes. What type of a changes? The changes should be based on your client agenda, because everyone have their own way to handle their own business. For an example, if you talked about the retail business, retail vertical of a business, it is not necessary that one client who is actually doing their retail job, the same job or same activities can be done by the another one. No. Their business plan, their business agenda may be different. Walmart may behave differently than the Tesco, or Tesco may behave differently than the D.B.M.S. Okay, so we have to understand what is their, let's say, the way of business, way of doing the business. Based on that, what we are going to do? We are going to do a plan based on the data, obviously. Okay, so this is how the data science actually help my client to enhance their business. So in my next video, I'm going to explain you how technically we are going to, let's say, utilize this data management as well as the data science for better performance, which is help to my client. Thank you very much. See you in my next video. From 17th of October this month, I'm going to start my new batch, and that batch is completely filled up right now. But the next batch I'm going to announce very soon. Thank you for that.